Hello. Okay, and we are live. How's it going, everyone? So, just going to continue building the bridge. Where I have it yet? Yeah, just going to continue building the bridge. Think after a week of gap, ready to continue designing the bridge. Okay, here's where I left it off. Okay, so I do not want it to be this thick. I will have to remove it a bit. I think I'll keep it 2 blocks long. Yeah, that should look kind of supporting. Okay, so I think I'll just continue with that for now. Just remove these. Yeah, this part needs to be there because this is the stairs part, the way to go up. So let this part be there. Yep, okay, on this side, yeah, let this be there. Okay, yeah, that should be the starting. Okay, yeah, and all these parts have got to go. Doing this just to visualize how the bridge is going to look. So if I remove all of these, then I think I might get a few ideas of what I want to do next. So let me just remove this in the meantime. What's new with Minecraft? I think they're working on the summer drop update. They've already released the sulfur cubes mob in the Java edition. Bedrock had already had that mob for a week, I guess, or maybe a few days earlier than Java. So some of the mechanics that worked on Bedrock don't work on Java. So maybe they might do something to get the game to work the same way on both versions, I think. And I haven't been keeping up with the updates. I just know that the mob has been added. Okay, so this is okay. I think I like it this way where it's inside by one. So this part should go then. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's good. So then this part should go. And what to do for this corner? Should be one there. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, that kind of looks all right. Yeah, yeah, that's okay. And that looks fine also. Okay. Yeah, so I haven't been keeping up with the updates for now, mostly because not really just haven't been keeping up with them, just watching something else. And they haven't released anything major this week, so not much to report on the Minecraft updates for now. We'll just continue designing this bridge. First, let me remove all of these, because that will just help me decide what I want to do next while designing the bridge. Alright, forgot one more thing. Yeah, now things should be visible for everyone. Because on my screen it's brighter, but while streaming it doesn't show the brightness, so better keep the gamma on. And other news in my Minecraft world that have, I have made a copper aging mechanism that was designed by Pixel Riffs. So I just copy and pasted the schematic because copper blocks have the mechanic of aging up, meaning they go from an orange block to a turquoise color block, just to show the copper block oxidizes. Yeah, so that's kind of how the bridge should look like. Can I bring these blocks down this way? Let's see. No. Is that the button? No. Ah, that was the button. Don't want to update now. Think out a shape and a cylinder. Is that the one? Yeah, that was the one. So instead of this, try wool, red wool. Okay. And how's the height going to be? It needs to go inside. Okay. Then we can increase the height this way. Let's bring it down. Bring it even more down. Okay, that should cover it. And then I press enter. No. What do I press then? Oh, no. Want you over there. No, what was the function? Mm, was it enter? Was it? No, it was enter. Now, how does that look? Yeah, okay, yeah, so the pillars will be extending towards the water all the way down. So let's create another pillar over here. And shift, right click, move this inside, there, bring it down till here. I need to bring it forward over there and enter. Did I bring it more up? No, the height is fine over here. hmm I just need to bring it down a bit. So let's press it again. Let's move this inside. Bring it forwards. Yeah, just bring it down and enter. Yep, that should be good. Oh, great. Yeah. So that is kind of the pillars I was looking for. Yeah, that looks more like it. I can design that later. For now, do I want to remove all of these? Yeah, I think I will just to have something to do for now. Take the design process slowly because the inspiration will hit me later, I guess. Yeah, that's how I did it over there. So all this would go, and this would be this way. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's how it should look like. Not too much. Yeah, what to do about these parts? Is that going to look fine? Because over here, this edge is at the pillar, so it looks kind of okay, but over here, it's much further out. So maybe the pillar needs to go more inside, I guess. Yeah, these are the kind of things I would come to know after removing these blocks. Because while it is still inside, I wouldn't have known. So I think the best thing to do now would be to remove all of these so I can understand how is it going to look with these pillars. Because while it is a block, I can't actually tell how it would look. Mhm. So let's remove these orange cubes, one pillar at a time. Yeah, let this all go away. There might be an easy way to do this, I just don't know it for now. Yeah, one more layer too high, so all this part should go. Okay, so it looks fine at this corner. This corner has that same issue over there. This one is fine over here. It's like in order to support this, the pillar needs to go one inside here. But if it goes one inside, is it going to look a bit weird over here? So it's like this pillar needs to come in this way. Can it work? Ah, you're the second person to approach me. Well, I'm not looking for artwork right now. Just getting into the habit of streaming. But thanks for reaching out anyways. So, what do I do this way? kind of need to bring it in this way because this is center. I can try bringing it in this way. Go inside one and come in this way, kind of like this. So is it going to look weird? Bring it in here and take these parts out. Yeah, it does look kind of weird. Maybe I can just ignore it. It looks fine this way, but from the top, it's not as circular as the rest of these. So I would like it to be circular, meaning these should not be there. This should be there. Same way over here. Okay, and then what to do about the bottom side? Because it looks sturdy that way. But here, what do I do? One option would be to make this bridge a bit wider on this side. Yeah, that could work. Just extend it that way. Try with a different wool. Let's see. How about yellow? So what I'm thinking is I want it this wide. So this entire thing should be up to here, and then maybe up to here. And then you go up to here. Okay. Okay, not bad. Not bad. So that means I want it a bit wider up to here. So this should be okay. Yeah. Yeah, that looks kind of good. Yeah. And since I wanted a bit more over here, so this can come up to here. Yeah. One more up to, yeah. Yeah, this looks stable enough. Can bring this one bit here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Uh, yeah, this one faces the same issue. I just didn't notice it. So Yeah, I suppose I can bring it a bit further out. So that is how it should look like. Kind of, yeah. Yeah, this looks fine, and this also looks fine. Yeah, now it looks all right. Maybe this thing can go. All right, that looks good. So on to the next pillar, I guess. Let me remove all of these in the meantime. Yeah, and since it's actually dark over here, mobs will be spawning. So in the survival world, I think I ought to put glow lichens or something below here and a bit more light so the light level is above zero. Maybe it won't be an issue because I had just pasted this cube in this world. So in the actual world, the ground doesn't look like this as neat. But for now, I think I'll just remove these cubes so I get an idea of what the bridge would look like shape-wise, along with the ground and everything else. And I can bring these down. So this is how the pillar would look like. Yeah, that's how that pillar would look like inside the ground. Okay, these things go down. Yeah, this looks pretty good. So in order to keep these supported, I guess I would have to put a pillar in between it. But let me think about it later. Okay, now let's do this part of the bridge. So again, this part should go in by 1. Mm. Yeah, now we get to this interesting part. So let me start with this cube. And then all of these need to go out. Inside by 1. And all of these need to go. Okay, now since, okay, still more to remove. Then let me get my thoughts out. No, just one in, one in. Yeah. Yeah, this part is going to be straight, so I just need to work on this side. Let's get this all cleared out. Okay, now since I want it to flow, give it a flow down, I guess this part needs to come out a bit more, kind of like this. Yes, I suppose it should come out one more over here, kind of like this. Yeah. So, so all these spots are indent inside by 1. So what to do over here? Because this part would be, I think that kind of looks fine. If I bring it out a bit, yeah, then it looks better. So of course these aren't going to be full blocks, these will be slabs. So just to visualize this, it's that way. And over here, yeah, I think this part can go, which means this part is that way, yeah. And mm, yeah, now it kind of looks all right. I mean, in my head it looks all right, but maybe for someone else the vision might not be there. Yeah, but I think this looks fine. And then we do the same thing over here. Hmm. I think it was like this. On this side it looks fine, yeah. How about over here? Same issue, because it's not thick enough over here, so let's go out by 3. Yeah, that's okay. That looks fine on top. Yeah, I think that looks fine that way. Over here, let this go in by a bit. Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Maybe one more, yeah. Now let go a bit in, yeah. Yeah, I think that looks fine. So this part is stable, this part looks stable-ish. Then the bridge goes that way, okay. Okay, now over here. Might like the same logic. I think this part should go inside a bit. Yeah, kind of like that. Or a bit more. Yeah, kind of like that. So this part can go, this part can stay up to there. Yeah, okay. And these can go. So can this part. Okay. But then the issue is it's not uh, it's way inside, and then this red part is here. So up till here it looks okay. Yeah, now that's fine. And then this part needs to come out. A bit like this. Yeah. And since this looks a bit off, I think these parts need to come outside. Yeah, kind of like this. Yeah, now that's a bit smoother over there. Now what happened to these pillar? Yeah, I think this is how the pillar is supposed to be, and then I'm supposed to extend that downwards. Yeah, I think this part of the bridge looks fine. So let me just quickly remove all of this. Now onto this side, let me remove all of this now. Oh yeah, that looks good. Just bring this thing out. Yeah, that looks good. Of course, this part will have to be slabs, so it looks much smoother. And that comes later on. First, let me get the shape in right. Yeah, this is kind of how I want it to look like, so let me just get that first. Now let's see this. I will have to remove this part. Yeah, up to here, I think. Yeah, I'll put another cylindrical shape over here, so I get the exact cylinder over there. Yeah, over here. So all of these need to go. Okay, and this part needs to be filled in, so that I can do with the axiom. So let's do this again, and the shape is already there, so yeah. And I need to move the green bit downwards. blue bit inwards and the red bit inwards. Yeah, and press enter again. And yeah, that should be the pillar. All done. Okay. I kind of expected the water to flow in. Oh well. Oh yeah, there about a bit more. Anyways, it's a cube, so not that big of a deal. Yeah, this can go that way, and you can come here. You can start from there and go over there. Okay, problem solved. It's a cube. And I think this can come up to here. Make it seem a bit more nicer, yeah. And so can this down bit. Start from here. No, not from there. Oh wait, maybe from there. Okay, this down bit. We'll have to start from here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, since this is supposed to come down here, maybe without this part. Yeah, so that looks kind of okay. And this part will have this issue, so this part will have to come out till here. Yeah, okay. And I suppose I should bring it outside. No, I think this will be fine, yeah. Because all this is going to be solid blocks up to here, and then this part will be the slabs. Bottom part, I think, looks fine from this side. And this side as well. And since it's going down from here, so this will be there like this. I don't think I need to remove a bit on this side, even though it is kind of weird that it's sticking over there. And this is the first time I'm encountering this because all these parts were on flat surfaces, but this is between two levels. Although this looks better than the last time. How about here? Yeah, this should also be. Yeah, I think that looks better. So I have it coming out here a bit more and inside there from there. Okay, this thing looks good. Prepared. From the top also, it's fine. Yeah, okay, that looks good. I do have a water bucket, so yeah, still not covering the whole thing. Okay, how about here? Still not there. It's fine, it's fine. Not gonna notice it in the real world, the survival world. Not gonna notice that. Okay, so we got it done up till here. And now I have a big cube over here. Okay, so that is how that section will look like. So this part needs to go inside by one, I guess. Mm, yeah, let's see how to fix this. So this thing needs to go that way. So it's a bit smoother over here. And then this part can be like this, I guess. Yeah, which means all of these need to go. This part can also go. Yeah, that looks kind of alright. And then here is where it can start. Already fixed it. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, this looks fine. Now this part will have starting from here. Mm, but if this is slabs, then it won't be that rough. But I will have to bring it outside a bit more. So let me get rid of this section first, then I can probably see how it looks like. Oh, and since we reached ground level over here, I don't think I'll be digging that much. No, not too much, not too much. That's up to here. Yeah, up to here. Mm, yeah, now this section I will have to think of it. Also, the wool is a distracting. I think I did pretty well up till here. Now, next week, I think I'll tackle this thing. Till here, it kind of looks alright. Since it was above water, now above land, I'll have to do the same thing, just shape it up so it looks nicer. I like these cylindrical pillars. I can keep these yellow wool as it is. Yeah, because the pathing is gonna be that way. Just to be a bit rounder. So why does it look wider now? I suppose because of this. Yeah, now that looks proper. So remove this. A very sharp turn. I'll think about it. I'll think about it next week. It's fine. For now, this looks fine. Okay. Thank you so much if you've made it this far, and I'll see you next week.